Hello ladies, so today I wanted to come talk about makeup. I love makeup, but I noticed there is a huge gap in natural makeup, meaning it's not gonna look natural. But it looks like it could be your skin. It looks like you're just enhancing your natural beauty. So I want to start maybe like a series on my channel about feminine beauty, feminine makeup style. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't really care about the proper way to apply makeup. As long as I'm taking care of my skin and as long as my makeup looks good, I don't really care about what technique or how you apply it, but I don't want to be applying 55 different products to my face. So today, let's talk about Fenty Beauty. We all know this is Rihanna's line. People act like Rihanna formulated this herself. And that's no shade to Rihanna. It's just like, y'all, she has scientists and chemists formulating this. She just puts the money behind it and whoever else contributes to her company. And, but people act like she was in the lab formulating it herself. Rihanna is an entertainer. What we can learn from her is how to be a woman that is able to produce for herself. And for that, I respect Rihanna, but that's about where it ends. So this foundation is supposed to be medium to full coverage for all. So it's supposed to work for all skin types. And it says light as air, flawless filter effect. Now, I'm not going to go into all the claims. Listen, I hate when people do that on their videos. It's their right. Do whatever you want on your channel. But I just feel like if you really want to know more about the product, there is a link in the description box. You can go read about all the claims. So right now, I just have on my brows and I moisturize my skin. I did not use a primer. I want to, show you how this foundation works just on my skin. This is too dark for me. I got 370. After doing more research, I realized that I should have purchased maybe 360 or maybe even 350, but I can make this work for me, so I'm not too upset about it. So I've been experimenting a little bit with this powder. I'm in the color 370. Mine doesn't look all perfect because, like I said, I've been experimenting with it. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into this. I'm not trying to make this long. I'm gonna show you how I apply this foundation. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so I pulled my hair back, and like I said, I have not applied any type of primer. I only applied my serum and my moisturizer, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. This foundation does come with a sponge. I normally do not use a sponge. I only use a sponge for touch-ups. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this super old e.l.f. foundation brush. And I'm going to go ahead and start applying the foundation. Now, if I look down, I'm looking in my mirror. Like I said, I feel this color is too dark for me. And the reason I feel it's too dark for me is because powder does oxidize. So you will find that as a powder foundation sits on your skin, it will oxidize and it will get darker. But what I can say about this powder foundation is that it does well with covering up dark spots. Now, I do have hyperpigmentation under my eye. I'm applying the powder first with no concealer or anything, so you can see how it looks. And then, I'll come back when I apply my concealer and all that stuff. But I want you to see how it looks with no concealer. The foundation sits nicely on the skin. I don't feel it's super drying. I mean, obviously a powder is always going to be a little more drying than a liquid, but I like powder because sometimes I feel powder looks more natural. Once it settles on your skin or you use a finishing spray, powder can look really, really natural on your skin, and that's why I want to showcase this particular foundation, because you want your skin to look like skin. You know, for those of us that are, you know, a little more modest with our makeup, we like to look fabulous, we like to look good, but we still want our foundation to look like, you know, it could be our skin. You're not trying to wear a mask. And so as you can see, it applies very nicely. It's very smooth, I can say that. And I think it covers my under eye circles fairly well. Like I said, I would still apply a concealer, and I apply my concealer on top of my powder. It's totally fine to apply your concealers on top of your powder. Matter of fact, I think it's better when you're using a powder to apply your concealer on top of your powder. I don't know the technical reason why, because I'm not a makeup artist, but for me, I find that it's better when I apply my concealer on top of my foundation. Now I'm just going to, this is what I would do when I'm first applying the foundation. This is all I would do right here. This is it. Now I am going to go in on my dark spots. So I have some dark spots on this side of my face, and I do go extra under the eye because I have low iron. I've had low iron since I was a child. So my dark under eye circles are genetic. And I like to go around my mouth because I also tend to get dark around my mouth. So I just like a little extra coverage there. And I go a little bit down my neck, not too far, just a little bit. And like I said, if I could do it over again, I might get a lighter color because it does oxidize darker. You know, it's going to get a little darker as your oils mix with the powder, and it's going to give it a really flawless look. I can say I like this powder. I mean, I'm a MAC Studio Fix powder kind of girl, but I really like this powder. So this is what the powder looks like, just the powder. This is just the powder. This is bomb. The Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation, this is bomb. I think I like it better than my Studio Fix, although I really like Studio Fix. I'll come back and do a Studio Fix video. But this is good. I mean, I have really no complaints. My skin doesn't feel super tight or anything of that nature. Of course, it's not going to completely cover your dark circles, but it does minimize my dark circles. Okay, I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back for the final results. All right, so this is my completed face. All I did was add well, first, let me talk about the concealer. I did add a concealer. I used the Essence Camouflage Concealer. I'm gonna talk about Essence products in another video. And I just put that right on top of my powder. I have no finishing spray. This is like just the final look. And then I used my Studio Fix powder in the color NC47, which is darker than my skin tone. And I used that to lightly contour my nose. And I used it on my lids because a lot of times I don't want shadow on my lids. I feel like if you don't use shadow, your makeup looks more natural. And like I said, the powder will settle into your skin and it will start looking like skin as it settles in. Nobody ever really talks about that, but powder is really natural. It just needs to settle into the natural oils of your skin. And so I use this for my eyelids and to contour my nose. And then I used a highlighter. I used the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I will link this in my description box. You can see I love this. And the reason I love this Charlotte Tilbury highlighter is because it's so natural on the skin. It's just really, really natural. So I use that. And for blush, I use a new blush that I picked up. This is called Swiss Chocolate. And I use this to contour my cheeks and also as a blush. So this is called Swiss Chocolate. At first, I didn't know if I liked this, but then I continued to play around with it and I got it to work for me. So this is what's on my cheeks. And I used another Charlotte Tilbury product called Pillow Talk. This is the luxury palette. So these two colors are in my tear duct. So that is all that is on my face. And I think this is a great everyday like look without looking too dramatic. I also want to talk about this Fenty cookie jar lip gloss. This is called the Gloss Bomb Cream, and I picked this up because they didn't have the waffles one. I really want that one, and eventually I'm gonna pick that one up. But right now I have cookie jar, so I'm gonna apply that. Not gonna do a lip liner. I just want you to see what the gloss looks like. This is really nice. It feels really nice on the lips. The color payoff of this gloss is so nice, and I just think it looks beautiful on the lips. Very feminine, very natural, nothing too dramatic, although I do like a dramatic lip. All right, so those are the products that I wanted to show you. I just wanted to come show you this Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation. Like I said, I am in the color 370, but I do feel I could have went down. Maybe I've seen some people pick up 360 or even 350. In the future, after I use this, I might explore that, but we're going into spring, summer, so I probably will get a tan. It's really hot out here in the Middle East. So right now this works for me, and as you can see, I think it looks really beautiful. It looks just as good as when I use a liquid foundation, but that's because I'm used to using powders. I love powders and tinted moisturizers and things of that nature. So let me know if you have used this Fenty foundation powder. I will leave a link in the description box to all of the products that I used in this video, everything that's on my face. And yeah, that's it. I think that makeup should enhance our beauty. It should not be a mask. So that's all I wanted to say. Leave me your thoughts, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.